Well, hello there and welcome to issue number 105, and this one is about the Aquarius Rooster. And as you can see on the caption prior to the video, those are all the dates you have to be in this Western Eastern Astrology combination. Really study carefully with the Aquarians. It's very, very tricky one because you know, the dates are very cut up, and you do have to study very carefully all the times, and as I say, the dates. If there's anybody born 12 years, 24, 36 years before the first date I put up, or if there's any ancestors you'd like to know if they were this combination, the Aquarius Rooster, just drop me a line on here, any feedback or anything like that, any information you need to know, and I'll get back to you very quickly, and you won't be waiting too long at all. So, okay, where do we start? Well, let's start with the Rooster. First and foremost, the Rooster is an eccentric, happy-go-lucky individual. They make better friends than they probably do lovers in relationships, because they do see things quite a bit differently to a lot of the other signs out there. The Rooster, as I say, is eccentric. They're a little bit of a loner, but they like to be a bit of a social butterfly as well and float into situations, groups, friends. They have scores and scores of friends, but they sometimes like to scatter themselves about a bit. They are a very, very true good friend, and that's probably why they make better friends maybe than when they're in relationships, but there can be good relationships for them out there. I don't want them to lose faith, especially the Aquarius Rooster. You know, they can feel a little bit of a loner, but there's always someone out for somebody. It's just looking at it slightly differently and finding the best combination who's going to suit them, and who will look at it equally as differently as them, and plus give them that little bit of maybe it's just security. I don't know, maybe it's just that which they really deep down they're seeking. But let's start with the Aquarius Rooster as a child. Now, Aquarius Rooster, quite a few times, quite very often in fact, can have a bit of an unfortunate start in life. It's just the way the planets are, it's just the way it evolves. But they're very happy-go-lucky, they love to have a smile on their face, they're quite a loud character. In fact, it quite belies the Rooster, his natural character. Roosters can be a bit loud, but only when you get to know them and really get to know them. Yes, they have laughs and they have fun, and they are a true friend, but they're more of a, you know, they prefer conversations, and you can go to them with any problem. They're great at talking, they're very, very good at listening. But this one is a little bit of a louder one, and they smile and they laugh a hell of a lot. And the reason they do this is because the more that you think they're happy, the less you're going to pry. They really fear invasions of privacy. The last thing they want is anybody to really know them, because deep down this is quite a lonely, solitary character who, okay, they're a constant battle with themselves to say, yes, they love their friends, they do love social gatherings, but they also don't really want to let anybody know how they emotionally feel. They can join in talking about many different topics, but when you start to talk about matters of the heart for them, and what really makes them tick, or what gets them passionate in that sort of sense, they will try and avoid that like the plague, because they feel as though that involves emotion. That's when they're going to be at their weakest, because that's when roosters are. If you break down that barrier, it's very, very hard to do that. I'll be honest with you, that's the hardest thing you're going to have to do, because on a friendship scale, absolutely they will do anything for you, and you will find someone true to the end, someone who'll stand by you through everything. But emotionally, when it's matters of the heart, they know that's where they're vulnerable. It takes a lot to get into the Rooster heart, but We're going to be talking about the acts of perseverance, the acts of getting their total confidence, and that's how you're going to have to attack this combination, and that's how this combination wants to be attacked. I'm only saying what they really want. So if you try and pin them in with any questions, anything like that, all you'll get is a smile. You'll get them completely sidetracking the issue. They probably won't tell you a lot about their past, because, as I say, they can have quite tricky situations if they have possibly alcoholic parents, or parents that are a bit disjointed, etc. like that. Then you won't be going to their house very often. They'll be out visiting you, or they'll meet you out in the open. They don't want anybody to really know the inner workings or the complexities of their families, because they do normally come from quite complex situations. So it's going to take somebody special to break this barrier. All I suggest you do is if you feel you like them, you're going to see them in a group situation. That's absolutely sure, and they will know X amount of people. So that's how you're going to know them through. Do not dive in. Don't dive in with any personal questions. Dig too deeply, too quickly. Really give it space. Keep it friendly, keep it warm, keep it smiley, and joke with them, because I love to joke. Let them be loud. Let them talk about all manner of things, as long as it's not about the deep emotional stuff. Don't push them on that, because they will shut down quickly or sidetrack it, and they will earmark you as somebody possibly that they may have liked, but they're going to avoid, because emotionally they'll be way too quick for them, or they can't really be friends with somebody who's got that sort of attachment to them. So it's no good. So take it gently, take it so slowly, it's unbelievable. Find out, just get in there, gradual confidence. It takes a certain character to get deep into this sort of quite, as I say, away from the crowd, very quite lonely, and quite not sad character, but quite they reminisce a bit. I wouldn't say they're prone to depression at all, but they're prone to their quiet times, and they don't, as I say, they don't want anybody to let anybody in. And how are we going to attack this? Well, as I say, we're going to keep in the friend circle. We're going to take it very courteously and real nice. We're going to show real good manners as well, because, okay, the Rooster likes a joke, the Aquarian loves a joke. They can have a bit of banter, and they don't mind maybe a slight bit of swearing or a little rude joke here and there. But if it's real sort of heavy duty sort of stuff, disgusting, etc., male or female, they're just gonna turn them off. They like nice manners. They like to have fun, yes, but they like nice manners and appropriate behaviour. So that's a no-no as well. So we're going to keep in the circle. We're going to keep it nice and sort of fluxing. I might see you next week, or I might see you tomorrow if you're around at such and such. Just keep it like that. Keep it like that for as long as you can. Give it a good 6, 7, 8 months even. It's going to be worthwhile, because then you're gradually in the psyche, and then you can gradually begin to break them down. But it's only through confidence you start to tell them everything about yourself, get them listening, get that confidence up that they can trust you, because Rooster gives you your heart. That's it, you've got it. You've got a massively loyal combination here, and if they're going to give that heart up, it's they want it to be forever. Sometimes they never give it up, but when they do, boom, and if it goes wrong, they do struggle immensely after that with anything romantically. So you've got to remember this, okay? So you take your time, and Aquarius Rooster, open up ever so slightly, talk slightly about yourself, those inner feelings. It will help. I know you love your privacy, but it will help. And being loud sometimes and just laughing, sometimes deep down you need to just open up maybe a bit quicker, and you will find that character that's going to be the one. And the one for the Rooster is always a snake, because the snake has that patience. They have that They have that complete air of flexibility about them. They will go on long walks. They will meet you in an unusual place. They will, you know, they will cover the ground. They'll be excellent with their manners. Ultra polite as well, the snake. The trickster in the snake does never come out of the rooster because there's so much respect there. There's a lot of intellectual stimulus going on. But once the snake, and it's worth capturing, and the snake likes a challenge, once they've caught the rooster, they've got their heart. This is a fantastic love affair and a love match. It's a match made in heaven with the snake, because you've got the passion, you've broken down them barriers, you've got, you know, and once you unearth the rooster passion, wow, it's heavy. So the snake loves that, the intensity. The snake's got all the intensity in the world, deep, when we're deep down, we're soul searching. So these two, what a wonderful match. So we've got to look for the Aries snake, we've got to look for the Gemini snake, the Libra snake and the Sagittarian snake. They are a must, and they will really, you know, never look back once they come across each other. And I know the snake's got the patience, and the Aquarian rooster will love that. Also, we have to look at the oxen. Through the oxen, not such a great communicator as a snake, but there's solidarity there, where they're solid, they're always there, they bide their time, they do love their quiet time. They will let the rooster shine when they're having their bit of loudness and they're having their little bit of a giggle, and they allow that little bit of room for the expansion of the rooster. The eccentricities doesn't bother them because they're solidly there. They look deep into the rooster and see what a good human being, what a good hard-working person we have here. Okay, they're a little odd, but they're the salt of the earth, and that's how the oxen looks at it, and they can really build a fantastic future together. Once again, the oxen is patient. They deliberate over their movements, so it's not a chore to, you know, court for 6 months, maybe a year even. It doesn't bother them at all, because they know the prize and the solidarity that this combination can bring. So let's look for the Aries oxen, the Gemini oxen, the Libra oxen and the Sagittarius oxen. Fabulous matches. The ones we have to avoid, and it's even for this sort of real sort of airy, and as I say, a lot more approachable in public, Aquarian through chitter chatter, rooster. Still no go with rabbits, I'm afraid. Absolutely no go, because the rabbit and the rooster end up sort of bickering very, very quickly. The rooster thinks the rabbit is a little bit glib, a little bit, maybe a little bit too clever, maybe a bit of a clever clocks, and I think, oh, I don't know about them, a bit of a smart ass. And then with the rooster, this rabbit, any of the rabbits will think this is a loud mouth human being who's, you know, and they misread them. They think, oh, they're up themselves, but they're not. You know, it's just covering, you know, not letting anybody in. So really, they have quite a lot in common, but they never really see eye to eye in it. They mask what they are very well. But the rabbit, as I say, is quite quick, vicious with the tongue, and there's a lot of put-downs in this combination and relationship. So please, Aquarius rooster, avoid rabbits at all costs, and vice versa for the rabbit. You know, you'll find the toughness of the rooster. You're not going to mount them in a week or a couple of days, so you know, you're going to get edgy. You're going to get like, oh, you know, why can't I break them down? Why can't I sort of fox them a bit? It doesn't happen. So please leave each other alone there. Thank you for tuning in to this issue, and please join me for the next one. Thank you.